Hi, I'm Doug Boles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you for listening to Behind the Bricks. We're excited to bring you this exclusive and entertaining content about the world's greatest racetrack. Keep listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hey Indianapolis Motor Speedway fans, Doug Boles here with you at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, standing on the first tee of the golf course for another round of Behind the Bricks as we talk about our 18-hole Pete Dye designed golf course here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. In our last episode, we talked about the golf club and the history there. Today, we're going to talk about this magnificent golf course, but the history of golfing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway that started in 1929. So come on, let's take a look and a walk around this beautiful golf course. Long before digital technology, hand scoring would have been done right here at the scoreboard at Brickyard Crossing. This was actually put in for 1994 when the senior PGA started playing here, and they played from 1994 through 2000. That wasn't the first tournament at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. In fact, the first tournament at the Speedway was in 1960 when the PGA played here. They played from 1960 through 1968. Billy Cassidy wins 3 times. Doug Ford wins the first 2. Gary Player actually won here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Arnold Palmer was runner-up in 1961. In addition, from 2017 through 2019, we had the Indy Women in Tech LPGA tournament here. And in fact, they also played in 1960 when the PGA was here. So lots of tournament play here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and much of the scoring would have been seen right here on this scoreboard. Another really fun fact here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard Crossing Golf Course, is in 1964 when the Beatles were in town for a September 3rd concert, and it ended up being 2 concerts. They stayed here because the Essex Hotel was bombed with fans. So they brought them out here to get them away from the fans. And then the next day, September 4th, they actually were out here playing golf. And if you look at that famous historic photo, they aren't actually using their putters as they're on the green. So you know that they weren't playing golf. But the Beatles stood right here on September 4th, 1964. So besides the fact that the golf course is beautiful at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, what's made it special since 1929 are the holes that are actually inside the racetrack. And when you're standing here on the 7th tee box, this par 3 hole, maybe the most difficult hole at the Speedway. You can see the road course, you can see turn 2 of the oval, you see the pagoda, you see the beautiful work that our grounds crew does on the grass here and how they put logos in there to make it special. You know you're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway when you play this golf course. Currently, there are 4 holes inside the Speedway, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Everything else is outside the Speedway. In 1929, there were 9 holes inside and 9 outside. And then in 1965, when the course was redone, there were 9 holes inside and 18 outside. It was actually a 27-hole course here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But today, it's 18 holes, and this is number 7, and it's a tough one, but it's the best one. So we've had 3 versions of a golf course here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway since that first one that Eddie Rickenbacker put in 1929. But this 18th hole is the 18th hole that's been here since 1994. It's seen the senior PGA tournament, it's seen the LPGA tournament, and it's seen an awful lot of you as you play golf and you get that checkered flag here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But what I love the most about it is the history and tradition, again, of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This barn behind me was built sometime in the late 1800s or early 1900s. It predates the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There's a really, really famous photo from the spring of 1909 where there's a chalk outline of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway before it's built with Louis Strang, who actually ran in the first Indianapolis 500 in 1909, looking at that course, trying to envision what Carl Fisher's vision was when he built the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We think that the barn in the back right-hand corner of that is this barn that's been here since the early 1900s for sure. Today, it's storage for a lot of the golf cart equipment we need here, the golf course equipment we need here, but it's an unbelievable reminder of the history and tradition of the Speedway. Thanks for joining us here on this episode of Behind the Bricks and the Brickyard Crossing Golf Course. I'll see you here with your golf clubs, or I'll see you in the grandstands for the next race here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you, fans, for listening to this episode of Behind the Bricks. We look forward to bringing you more exciting content about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway soon.